The first game is MFS, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 Ultra settings. As you can see, in 1080p settings we are getting around 50-51 FPS, which is good. In 1440p we are getting around 40-41 FPS. Okay, and in 4K we are getting around 24, 25, 26 FPS, which is not that much, but it is some kind of okay because it's not made for 4K gaming. RTX 3060 Ti is not made for 4K gaming. It's made for 1080p gaming or just 1440p normal settings gaming. Okay, here we go. The next game is Watch Dogs Legion Ultra settings. As you can see, we are averaging around 80 FPS in 1080p, and we are getting 60 and 61 FPS in 1440p, and in 4K we are getting around 40-41 FPS. So these are the FPS in the Watch Dogs Legion game, and yeah. Let's move toward the next one, which is Assassin's Creed Valhalla Ultra settings. In Ultra settings 1080p we are getting around 75 FPS, 75 FPS, 76, 78, and in 1440p we are getting around 48, 50, 48, 50. Okay, and this keeps going like 48, 50, 48, 50, and in 4K we are getting around 35 FPS, which is not that much good because this is not made for 4K gaming. Okay, Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone Ultra settings in 1080p we are getting around 155, 160, 160, 155 FPS, 158. Yeah, this is the FPS which we are getting in 1080p Ultra settings, and in 1440p we are getting around 115, 116, and in 4K we are getting around 76, 78. So in competitive we can play different games in 4K as well. In RDR2 we are getting around 80 to 81 FPS in 1080p Ultra settings, which is quite good because this game is so much graphics demanding, and yeah, we are getting around 80 and 81 FPS. That is great. That is actually great. And in 1440p 56, 58. Okay, it's still playable in 1440p as well. And the next game is Horizon Zero Dawn, and we are getting around 111 FPS and in 1080p, and in 1440p we are averaging around 86 FPS, and in 4K even we can play this game because we are getting around 58, 59, 56. Yeah, in 56 to 60 FPS we are getting in this game as well, so we can play this game in 4K as well, which is quite good. But I will not recommend you to buy this one, buy this card for 4K gaming. And the next game is Fortnite. I have made a dedicated video on Fortnite, so if you want to watch that, you can watch that video on the channel. So here, let me tell you the 1080p settings here: 163, 165, 166 in 1080p, and 125, 121, 123 in 1440p. And the next game is Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5, in Battlefield 5 we are getting around 126 FPS, 125, 123, 128. Okay, it fluctuates little bit. Okay, in 1440p we are getting around 88, 90 FPS. Okay, 86, 88. Okay, it also fluctuates because yeah, okay, so in 4K we are getting around 60, 61 FPS, so we don't get much from this card in 4K. And I want to give you a suggestion that if you are going to buy a card for 4K gaming, then I will not recommend you to buy this one. And if you want to buy like card for 4K gaming, like competitive games, for competitive games like Call of Duty, Warzone, Fortnite, PUBG, and these kind of games, Apex Legends, so you can buy this one for 4K as well. But if you want to play like AAA titles in 4K, latest AAA titles like Red Dead and other games, so I will not recommend you to buy because this card is not made for 4K gaming. This card is made for 1080p high settings, ultra settings gaming, and it's made for 1440p gaming as well, but with good settings, but not for 4K. So this is a video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you find this video helpful, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe the channel as well. Keep supporting me. Thank you so much.